Oh, okay. Says that I'm live. Let me make sure that I'm live. I'm gonna make sure that I'm live real quick, and I just want to talk to y'all one more time about this situation, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. There's a lot going on, man. A lot going on right now, chat. Let me just make sure I'm live though. Let me make sure that I'm live. All right, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, and I got some memberships to gift out. Look at Jack Move. Jack Move always, you know what I mean? I'm always looking out for y'all at the end of the day. Um, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for donations. I'm not turning down any donations or sympathy, but I'm not looking for that. I don't want to give out the wrong idea of why I'm doing this, right? I'm doing this because it is healing. I feel like this is healing. I did this a couple of days ago and I actually felt better after I did it, believe it or not. So I'm only hoping that me doing it again will have uh, a similar effect on my mental, man. But I don't want to retouch on everything I touched on, but I do want to start at Sunday. I want to start at Sunday and I'm going to run down everything that happened. And I'm probably going to break down a little bit, but y'all, please just bear with me, chat. So let me start off by saying this, right? One of the things I'm going to miss most about my mom, right? Anytime my mom used to call me, right? When I answered the phone, she would always say, "This is your mother," right? She'd say, "This is your mother." And I would always say, I'd be like, "I'm aware," or "I know, ma." I'm gonna miss that the most about my mom, right? I'm never gonna hear that again, right? But anyway, let me get back to it. Sunday, my mom called me early morning. It's like 10 in the morning. She say, "Yeah, son, the doctors they want to tell the family something. They don't want to tell me though, but I don't think it's too bad." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." And then I was asking, I'm like, "Can you start to see again?" Because my mom had a stroke the Monday before that. I said, "Can you?" I was like, "But can you see? Are you starting to be able to see?" She said, "Yeah, I can see a little bit." I'm like, "All right, ma." Right. So I think I tell the group chat, yeah, the doctors want to tell us something, but we don't know. We don't know at this point. And some of this is retransfer of something I already told y'all, but y'all just gotta bear with me. So my older sister, she calling me, she crying, "Bro, what's going on, bro? They not telling us nothing, bro. What's going on?" I'm like, "Calm down. Calm down." And this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, we still don't have the results from the cancer test. And we were supposed to be planning on release strategy and whatnot. Maybe that's what they want to get in touch with us about. Now, mind you, the last time they wanted to talk to the family, my mom got diagnosed with uterine cancer. So I'm still holding out hope. Now, my other sister had to go to a bridal shower on Sunday, which her friend came over today. She's getting married tomorrow, so shout out to her. But my sister's like, "Dad, I got 3 missed calls from the doctor, right? 3 missed calls from the doctor." She called a number back. At first, they said it was the wrong number. Then they redirected her to another number. She gets in touch with the doctor, and he says, "Yeah, I don't remember calling you at all." But he said it was Easter. It's Easter Sunday. But he said, "Yeah, I'll go to my office. When I get back to my office, I'll call you back," right? So day goes on. I'm watching Weapon Wheel podcast, actually laughing, trying to have a good time. And I get a call from my sister, the sister that's always worrying. Every time I get a call from this sister recently, it's been bad. So I'm kind of nervous. I answer the phone. "Hello, hello." It's not even my sister, it's my brother-in-law. But I can hear my sister in the background just screaming, hollering, crying. And he said, my middle name Chris, right? He said, "Chris, there's nothing they can do. Chris, the doctor says nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do about your mom's cancer. They're giving her 3 to 8 months to live," right? And I say, "Okay." My heart's beating out my fuck. I said, "Okay, okay." And I had text my sister after that. And I was like, "Do Erica know?" But I forgot Erica was the one that told him. She's the one that got the information and told him. So I called Erica. She could tell she pulled over on the side of the road. She crying or whatnot. She patched me in. It's me, Erica, and another one of my sisters, Tracy. I'm talking to them and I'm like, 3 to 8 months, we can still do some activities with mom, even if it's just 3 to 8 months. And then they say months. They said 3 to 8 weeks. I say, what? 3 to 8 weeks? So I'm fucked off this Sunday. I'm fucked off this whole day. Monday rolls around. Fuck. I get a call from my mom. It's like 5:30 in the morning. So, but my mom was calling me early in the morning, sometimes a little bit later. One of the last times she called me, she said, son, I just want you to know I love you and I always love you. That's what she told me. And I said, I love you too, Ma. But I had just woke up. The phone call didn't last that long. But anyway, so the phone rings. I answer it. Hello? Like 10, 15 seconds. Nobody say anything. I hang up the phone. I get a call back. Hello? My mom is screaming, crying on the phone. She said, son, I'm about to die. Son, I'm dying. Son, come help me, please. I'm dying, son. I'm like, Ma, what you talking about, Ma? What you talking about? Because my sister sleep in the front room. I say, Erica, Mom on the phone telling me she died. I said, Ma, what you talking about? Ma, calm down. What you talking about? She said, son, please come get me. I'm in so much pain. I'm dying. Please get this pain out my stomach. And when she's saying all this, of course, I'm fucking losing. I'm crying like, Ma, I love you, Ma. Just know I love you, Ma. Whatever go on, I love you, Ma. I love you forever, Ma. So, but I'm hearing the nurse in the background. She like, ma'am, I'm trying to help you. So the nurse was in there helping her, but my mom was just screaming, crying. I'm in so much pain. I'm dying. It fucked me up, right? It fucked me up. I was scared to go to sleep again after that. Of course, I had to go in there and go to sleep on the couch. My sister was like on the little fucking inflatable bed or whatever the fuck. That fucked me up. So I didn't tell my other sister. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't even know if I'm playing. I didn't tell my other sisters that's always freaked out. A couple of my sisters always freaked out. I did not tell her this. Right? So later that day, I can't remember thinking. Later that day, my sister called me crying. She said, Chris, get your clothes on. Let's go. The doctor called me. It's not a good update. She said, Mom don't got regular uterine cancer. She got rapid spreading cancer. It's already went into her lungs. Her heart just stopped and the doctors had to revive her. She said, the doctor said, if we want to say something to Mom, we got to do it right now. And I get on my clothes. I tell my sister and I tell my other sister, hey, make sure Tracy come, because my sister Tracy do not take shit like this well. Like I said, she didn't even go to my daddy's funeral. So my sister on the phone with him, like, yo, you got to come with us, bro. This is your last time to talk to your mom, bro. Come on. So she ended up going and whatnot. I go to the hospital. We didn't tell my mom the diagnosis that she had. We didn't tell her, right? Because it's kind of inhumane to tell somebody, yeah, you got fucking 2 months maximum to live. So we go to the hospital. She's in pain, but she kind of calmed down. She's in pain at this point. The doctors finally come in. He said, yeah, the cancer has completely spread. It's like bucking out or whatever. It's fluid around her heart. It's fluid around her lungs. The cancer's in her lungs. It messed her uterus up bad. And he said, any surgery we could do at this point would just prolong the pain and the agony. And he said, with y'all permission, I can give her something for the pain, but with y'all permission, I will like to give her something to go to sleep. But I'm letting you know this right now. If she goes to sleep, more than likely she'll never wake up again. And I think almost instantly everybody said that's the right cause of action, because she was in so much pain, bro. My uncle came up there. He was crying and shit. And my uncle going through some health problems himself. And I'm going to tell you what type of impact my mom had, bro. My uncle calls my mama. You understand? He calls his sister mama because my mom is the oldest one of her siblings. And when they grew up, my mom helped raise her siblings. You know what I mean? She helped raise my uncle. Even though he turned out to be a goddamn fool, she helped raise my uncle. So he was just like, I love you, Ma. I love you, Ma. So my cousin came up there. He off the road trucker or whatever the fuck. He just not hearing about all this shit. He was asking me questions. I ain't want to tell him right there. I was like next to him. I'm like, I'll tell you later, bro. Like, but she was talking, she was all the way there. She was all the way there talking and shit. She like, they supposed to been giving me surgery. They never even did it. But my mom was so in and out of it, she wouldn't even realize the people was helping her and shit like that. And I used to always tell my mom, I'm like, Ma, I don't know why you so hell-bent on going to work all the time. Them people up there do not care about you. And that's the biggest lie I ever told in my fucking life. Because every chance one of her co-workers got, they was up there with my mom. They probably was up there more than me. And I regret I ever said that to her because it was a fucking lie. So her manager came up there. He was like, hey, Ma, it's your son, Ma. It's your son. And I used to get jealous when other people called my mama like mama and shit. I'm like, you're not her son. I'm her son, right? But this is what I'm telling y'all. This type of impact my mama had on people, bro. He was like, it's your son, Mama. I came to see you. You know, it's my poker night, Ma. And my mom was like, yeah, I'm just trying to go back to work. She like, I'm going to come back to work. She like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to work 40 hours, though. He's like, no, you can't work 40 hours. Then she like, maybe I can do about 25. And he said, whenever you want to, it's a job up here waiting on you. And the whole time my mom was like, just get me out of here. Get me out of here. They're not helping me. Get me out of here. Get me back to my bed. Get me back home. And she thought we was taking her when we was there. Really, we were just trying to wait until she fell asleep because we didn't want to see her in this pain. He was like, you know, let me get my shoes on. I'm ready to go. She was trying to get out that motherfucker, right? But she just talking about she kept wanting to leave and shit. And my you know, she was in there talking to my auntie reading out these weird ass news stories. My mom like, what's wrong with people? What kind of world we live in? You know, she's still talking. So it's only 2 chairs in the room. Like my cousin, my auntie, my sister, we was all in there. And I think my auntie had wanted to sit down. So I said, I'm gonna leave. I'm already, you know, I'm gonna leave. Fuck it. I had been in there an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm walking out the door and she said, okay, see you later, son. And I just bust out and start crying. She said, see you later, son. I knew I wasn't gonna never see you later, bro. So, okay. That happened. We go out to eat. Me, my sister, who else? 2 of my sisters, me, my cousin, we go out to eat. I gotta cancel my gym membership. I really ain't been feeling like going to the gym. I don't want to burden anybody with taking me to the gym. My mom always took me to the gym, right? After me, my sister used to go, but she didn't have no membership. Anyway, I go to the gym, right? And I say, hey, I would like to cancel my membership. And it was this guy there. This guy named Kendrick, young black guy that works there. He said, oh, man, you leaving us? I'm like, yeah, bro. He's like, damn, we not going to see Granny no more? So they called my mom Granny, right? So I said, hey, bro. I'm like, yo. I just told him straight up. I said, man, she's about to pass away. I said, she's about to pass away 3 weeks ago. We found out she had cancer, bro. She in the hospital right now. He was like, damn, bro, you serious? I'm like, yes, bro. And I just bust her and I start crying again. I start crying in the middle of the goddamn gym lobby. He come up to me, he give me a hug and shit. And I'm like, bro, I just want to thank you for being nice to my mom, bro. I just appreciate how y'all treated her when she was here. This is what's crazy. My mom had a better relationship with the motherfuckers at the gym than I did. They barely even spoke to me. They loved my mom. When my mom used to go to the gym, she and that motherfucker high-fiving people, hugging niggas. I'm like, damn, you just released a rap album? What the fuck going on? They treat my mama like royalty in that motherfucker. They barely even like me. They probably don't even know my name for real. So I tell him that he said, just tell your mom that it's 2 guys that my mom was really close with. It was Kendrick and Antonio. She said, just tell your mom Kendrick and Antonio love her. And I said, I can do that, bro. So that's Monday. That's Monday. Rough day. Rough fucking day. Tuesday. I got an appointment for the eye doctor on Tuesday. Now, mind you, one of the last things me and my mom ever did together was go get our eyes tested. She had been putting off getting her eyes tested for a grip. I finally got her to get her eyes tested. I finally got her to get the glasses she had been wanting. I pushed for her to get the glass she had been wanting, and I actually paid the rest of the balance on her. I mean, insurance paid most of it, but I paid the rest of the balance on her. I felt good as a son because, like I said, I did shit for my mom, but I could have always did more. And something told me at that time I should probably do this for my mom. It would be a fucked up thing not to buy these glasses for my mom. So that's one of the last things we did together. That was just like last month. But anyway, they didn't really like the results of my eye exam. As y'all know, I'm diabetic. I had to go back in. I had to take a whole nother eye exam. I had to pay for it and everything. But basically, I got diabetic retinopathy, and if I don't control my blood pressure and my blood sugar, the veins in my eyes could like the vessels in my eyes could fuck up and it would try to regenerate new ones, and that would cause me to go blind. So that's where I'm at right now. It's not as bad as it sounds. I just gotta regulate shit. And I'm in the very early stages of cataracts, but they say I might not have to worry about that for 20 plus years. So my eyesight fucked up. It is what it is. But I just remember that Tuesday, I'm like, Lord, please let me have one day. Let me get this eye exam out the way. Let me have one day where shit don't go left with mom. I just need one day to do this for myself. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. And you know what's crazy? Going back to my mama, bro. The first day she went to the hospital, I had an appointment that next day at the eye doctor that I had to reschedule to that Tuesday. She said, son, I'm going to make sure you get to your eye appointment tomorrow. And I said, Ma, do not worry about that right now. You got to get better. Don't worry about that. She was like, son, I'm going to make sure you get to your eye appointment tomorrow. I said, Ma, do not worry about that, Ma, please. But, it's fucked up. She's never going to wear these glasses ever. She was so happy to get them. She's never going to put them on. I got to pick up my glasses on like next week. I got to tell them, hey, the person that made these glasses, she passed away. I remember when we was picking them out and shit, she was trying on different glasses. She's like, how I look in these? How I look in these? I'm like, nah, Ma, you look like a witch with them on. They laughing and shit. They like, don't talk to her like that. I'm like, nah, she look crazy with them on. And she didn't even want to get the glasses, bro. She said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till I get my hair done so I can come up here, try them on, see how I look. I said, Ma, don't do that. Because I know how my mom is. She procrastinate with shit, especially with her. I said, Ma, get the glasses right now. You can get your hair done later. You still going to have the same face. We finna get your fucking glasses. But stop doing that. So Tuesday happened. I don't remember what happened the rest of Tuesday. But I remember Wednesday. They said, okay, Wednesday, hospice. They actually letting mom come home. They trying to see where to set up the hospice. Actually, you know what? Tuesday, they were setting up the hospice. That's why I'm talking about the eye doctor. I get a call right before I go into the eye doctor. Hey, this is Holly with such and such hospice. She asked, do your mom got a hospital bed at home? Does she got this? Oxygen? I'm like, no, none of that. She like, should I get the ball rolling to set this up? I said, sure, why not? I go into the eye doctor. A whole different lady called me. This is such and such hospice. I'm like, do you work with Holly? No, that's somebody totally different. So I'm peeping the play is different when somebody go in the hospice. It's just all these contractors contact you or whatnot. And I was like, oh, I just told Holly to, you know what I mean? Then my sister called me. She was like, oh, I found this other lady. I'm gonna go with her. I'm like, all right, let me call Holly back. I called her back. Anyway, set up the hospice. Wednesday they come. They set up the hospital bed. Earlier that day, I had talked to my auntie. Because they had said, I think my brother-in-law said he had talked to my mom the day before and she was okay. But I talked to my auntie. She was like, y'all didn't go see, my auntie called my mama Faye, right? She's like, y'all didn't go see Faye yesterday, did I? said, no. And then I was like, how is she? Because I knew they said she was going to go to sleep. I was like, is she sleeping? She's like, yeah, she sleep. And I was like, how long she been asleep? She said she been asleep the past 2 days. She said she just sitting there and she just breathing heavy with her fist balled up. And I said, damn, she not going to even realize she coming home. Like, she's not going to even realize. And I break down, I start fucking crying. I start crying again. But they bring the bed, then the ambulance come with my mom in the back. And when they open the door, she looks like a fucking corpse. She don't look like she got no soul in her. She looks gone. And my sister was laying on the bed. She said, how mama look right now? And I was like, she looked fucking dead. Like, I'm sad, right? I'm like, she looked dead, bro. Like, I can't believe we agreed to do this shit. Bring her back here. She like, don't say that. What you saying? And I lose it again. I'm crying. I'm going out the house. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Why I agreed to this shit, bro? Like, I'm going to tell you how my mom looked, bro. Her eyes was wide open. Her mouth was wide open, but she was asleep. And she had an oxygen thing in her nose. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And she in there on the bed. I'm looking at her and shit. So, my other sister come over. She was like, yeah, mom, she don't even look like she's there anymore. Like, and the nurse come over, check on her and shit. And she was like, oh yeah, before that, my auntie earlier in the day, she had told me, she was like, yeah, they took your mom off of dialysis. They're not feeding her anymore. They gave her pain medication and they giving her oxygen. Anything else, she's not using the restroom anymore, so there's nothing going on. So the nurse comes over that night. She show us how to like help my mom out. And she looked at her. She was like, She's like, yeah, your mom close. She's close to being gone. She's close. She said, I give her 2-3 days at the most, but she's close to being gone. So if anybody wants to come visit her, now's the time to do it. And my sister was like, I really want to talk to her, but I know she sleeps. She's not going to. And she said, you know what? Actually, hearing is one of the last things to go. So if you go in there and talk to her, she might actually hear you. So one of my sisters went there and was talking to her, and she said, she was talking about mom, and she said she saw a tear fall down my mom's cheek, man. So that fucked me up. But the nurse, she was like, I just lost my mom in January to cancer. That's what the nurse was telling us. She was like, I know how I feel. She was real sympathetic. And she said, I'm going to look at her tonight. She was giving us instructions. She said, another nurse is going to call you in the morning around 8 o'clock. Another nurse is going to call you in the morning around 8 o'clock to come check on her, right? We're going to give her a bath 2 times a week, yada, yada. I'm like, okay, cool. So she gave us a prescription order. Mind you, me and my little sister going to have to go across the city. It's the only 24-hour pharmacy. We go across the city at midnight to get these. She got to take these 2 medicines every 4 hours, morphine and something with anxiety. We're out at 1, 2 in the morning trying to get this medicine for my mom. And everybody's talking to her in the room, And I'm like, all right, let me just go lay down. I'm overwhelmed this shit. So today I wake up at like 7 something. I say, hey, I remember her saying if I say something to my mom right now, she could still possibly hear it. When I get up, I'm going to say a couple of words to my mom just to do it, right? I get a call from the nurse. It's around 8 o'clock. I say, hello. She said, yeah, this is what, the nurse and whatnot. I just got a call about 30 minutes ago. They said your mom passed. And that's, oh my God. Okay. All right. Oh my God. So I say, huh? What you talking about? She like, sir, I don't mean to alarm you, sir. I'm not trying to upset you, sir. I might be wrong. So I go outside to my mom room and my auntie and my auntie and my cousin in there. And I said, I'm on the phone. I'm like, is she gone? Is she gone? And they was like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, ma'am, she did pass away. And I go in there, my aunt, like, she not breathing no more. Feel her, she cold. I feel my mom, she cold to the touch. She's dead. Yeah. So I found that that's crazy. The people in my house, and I'm glad they didn't, I don't resent them for this. I'm glad they didn't tell me because I hate being startled. I hate being woke up scared. That probably would have traumatized me more than that call I got. I said, wow, she's actually gone. And it's just, this shit is so crazy to me, bro. How quickly all this it's like it happened quick and slow at the same time. My mom lived a relatively healthy life. The way this cancer decimated her fucking body in the matter of 6 weeks is fucking crazy to me, bro. I've never really dealt with no cancer shit before, but I didn't know. I know it was deadly. Don't get me twisted, but I didn't know it could do you like this. Bro, my mom was getting up every day working full time, coming home, like. And I just remember having conversations the night before she got sick, eating the cereal. Hey, son, I'm just eating some cereal. I'm like, oh, Fruit Loops nasty. She like, huh? She couldn't hear me. She was in her room. She was like, cause she had just bought me some McDonald's. She was like, oh, the food was nasty. I'm like, no, Fruit Loops nasty. I'm like, Ma, Fruit Loops is nasty. My Fruit Loops. But God damn it, man. And I've had to deal with shit I never thought I would have to deal with. I'm a little bit more composed when it comes to shit. Like I had to deal with the funeral home. I'm still dealing with them. I had to watch the dude come load my mom up on a goddamn with the body bag and shit and take the body out. Oh, but one thing I will say, I do feel like my mom knew she was back home. That was her last wish, to come back home. As a matter of fact, I left this out. When we was at the hospital, she said, I just want to spend my last few days at home. That's what she said. Mind you, We didn't tell her she was dying. I think she just knew it though. She said, I just want to spend my last few days at home. She did get to spend her last night in her, it wasn't granted, it wasn't in her bed. It was not in her bed, but she did get to spend the last night in her room. I think she waited. Until she got back home. And yeah. And today we kept shutting the door, but we wasn't locking the door. And the door just kept popping open. It's not even windy outside. The door just kept fucking popping open randomly. And my sister's like, it's just mom coming back home and shit, right? Oh my God, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I don't wish this shit on nobody. I don't give a fuck how much I hate somebody. I swear to y'all, I wouldn't wish cancer on a motherfucking soul. I don't give a fuck what you did. This shit is devastating. And even me and my sisters were talking. If my mom was gradually getting sick and we were seeing this shit coming, bro, my mom was acting totally fucking normal, bro. Even when she was in the hospital, she was acting normal. Some days she'll be normal. Some days she'll be real weak and frail. But my mom had her sense, bro. Even my mom suffered a fucking stroke and went blind in her fucking eyes, and she still was acting normal. That's crazy. Even the night before she passed away. Not the night before, but like 2 nights before that. She was acting normal, bro. God damn, she was cracking jokes. We was setting up. She finally set up somewhere to do care at. It was close to her job. I'm like, Mom finally got a doctor. You know what I mean? We're going to help her out. But, my mom wouldn't want to have, her quality of life would have been it just would have been so lessened if she would have made it. I still wanted her to make it. Don't get it twisted. But I know my mom, like I said, my mom liked to call her friends on the phone and go to work. That's it. She liked to call her friends on the phone and go to fucking work, okay? That's what my mom liked to do. And it wasn't no more working in her future, even if she would have got out. She was going to be wheelchair bound for a while. She was probably going to be blind, partially blind at least. And I hated seeing her like that. And it got to a point where I was like, we need closure. I need closure. Last night was actually one of the first nights in the past 3 weeks that I was able to sleep comfortably because I knew my mom was here. The only thing that could have startled me if she passed away while I was sleeping, which is what happened, is somebody rush in this room and wake me up. That's the only thing that would startle me out my sleep, scare me. I was so scared the other night to go to sleep. I stayed up until 7 a.m. This is what happened. I let both my sisters go to sleep. I let all 3 of my sisters go to sleep. And I waited to 7 a.m. because I knew they had to get up and go to work. And I texted them. I said, I'm about to go to sleep. If anything happens, just wait until I wake up. Just wait until I wake up to tell me. Maybe text the phone. Do not call me. Please do not call me. I cannot go another night being scared I'm going to get a call about my sleep. And it just bothers me, bro. Especially with that shit with my mom the other day. Screaming about she dying on the phone and shit. That shit, yeah, bro. But my mom is gone. She died this morning. We went out to eat a couple hours ago. And it hits me at random times, bro. Like, I'm sitting over some fucking half-eaten fucking buffalo chicken tenders and I just start crying, bro. I just been crying at random intervals. And like I say, bro, I let my sisters get they shit off. Like, I let my sisters go crazy with the crying shit and I might fall back. But then when they coolin', I might just fucking bust out in tears. And I done had to hold it down and deal with shit. I'm signing death certificate, all type of weird shit that I never wanted to do. I never wanted my mom to outlive me. And I always thought I was a selfish person, bro. If somebody told me right now, I could give my mom my life expectancy, but I gotta die immediately, nigga, it would be I wouldn't hesitate. Somebody could blow my fucking brain. If somebody told me I can make sure your mom live 20 or 30 years comfortably, but we got to blow your fucking brains out right now, I swear to God, everything I love, it wouldn't even be a choice for me. Go ahead. Do it now. And she's the only person in my family I'll say that about. And I love everybody in my family dearly. I'm not saying that about another soul in my family as much as I love them. My mom, I would have died behind my mama for sure. Not even a second thought. And I never thought I would say that about anybody. I used to think about shit like that. I'm like, would I die for like my family? Like I would. I felt like that back then, but now it's no doubt in my mind. Nigga, I'd leap out a window to bring my mama back, dog. I swear to God. There's nothing on this earth I wouldn't do to bring my mama back, bro. I just feel bad though, cause I used to have a short temper with my mom sometime, man. Cause my mom, and it wasn't. I was so worried about my mom at all times, bro. Like I used to always tell my mom, you take it too slow to get in the car, you take it too slow to drive off, cause it's a lot of it's a lot of criminals where we live at. It's a lot of ratchet motherfuckers. It's a lot of people that they just looking to rob and victimize people. And I used to always tell my mom, you gotta be quicker with pulling out of places. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. You looking like a victim right now, and I don't want you to be no victim. I used to always get on my mom about that. Like I was on some militant, like when you got to move faster, ma, you got to be careful out here. Cause my mom used to work in the hood and she used to get off at like 10 at night. I was always so scared about my mom well-being, bro. I never would have thought this was how my mom would have gotten, you know what I mean? But I was just always so worried about my mom well-being. If she go out and get me something to eat, if she gone for too long, I call mom, where you at, ma? Like, it don't take, you done went up the street to get a goddamn sandwich, you been gone for 4 hours. Like, what the fuck? You find a bingo tournament, so where the fuck you at, mom? What's going on? But yeah, man, I love my mom, bro. She had a great impact. I post my mom passed away, and I be forgetting, man. My mom used to work at the school I went to, bro. So a lot of people grew up with me. They remember my mom. They, one chick, I used to actually beef with this chick. Like, we had murder beef in fucking elementary school. She like, yeah, your mom was great. She always made sure I crossed the street safely and shit. Oh my God, bro. My mom, bro, this is another thing I want to tell y'all about my mama. It's damn near a meme. I'm like, ma, everywhere you go, somebody know you. This is not possible. Everywhere we go, somebody know my goddamn mama, bro. I'm going to tell you how crazy this shit got, right? We went on a cruise to Mexico. Mind you. This cruise boarded in New Orleans. Went to Mexico, came back to New Orleans. We're on the cruise in Mexico, right? I got on a Memphis Grizzlies little jersey. Somebody look at me, they say, oh, y'all from Memphis. I'm like, yeah, we from Memphis. The lady look at my mom. She's like, oh, yeah, you work up at the such and such. Yeah, I know you. How you doing? I'm like, ma, how the fuck we in Mexico and somebody recognize you? What is going on? Like, come on, dog. That's how crazy it got with my mama, bro. No matter where we went. I remember one time me and my mom was at lunch at Marco's Pizza, right? We had lunch at Marco's Pizza. A woman come in the door to do a pickup order. She come to my table. She was like, she pointed to my mom. She's like, I love your mother. I love that lady. I was like, yeah, I'm fond of her too. And then my mom was like, oh yeah, that's the lady that worked at the Taco Bell up. I'm like, ma, why do you know everybody? What the fuck is going on? Why do you know everybody? Everybody done seen my fucking mama somewhere, bro. That shit crazy. I'm like, come on, dog. I'm like, I do YouTube. You got more motion than me in the streets. Every fucking where we go to the fair. How you doing? No matter where we at, somebody's record. It's crazy, dog. Me and my sister always had that running joke and shit. But yeah, man, my mom worked at the school, bro. Actually, after my pops passed away. When my pops passed away, bro, I think they used the insurance money to get that house we had, bro. We had a house right across the street from my job at the school. My mama worked at the school, and I'm still trying to finesse this shit. I'm acting like I ain't get my report card because that bitch got straight F's on it. Where your report card at, son? I don't know. They ain't give it to me. I done threw that motherfucker in the backyard. I remember one time, this is how, like, my mom bought me some new shoes randomly. She bought me some new shoes, son. Where your report card at, ma? They ain't give it to me. I don't know where it's at. That motherfucker got F's and D's on that bitch. I done threw that bitch buried that bitch in the backyard. New shoes and everything. Man, my mama go up to school, found that out. Man, she whooped my ass. Oh, man. Shit. Beat the dog shit out of me for lying about that shit. Which was justified. Don't get it twisted. It was justified. I mean, shit. I used to hate that, though, bro. I couldn't do shit. Oh, they either go tell my mom. I remember one time I ain't do my homework. I'm like, I left it at the crib. But everybody know my mama. They know where we live at. Teacher said, oh, you did? Go get it. Go get it. What? It's 10 a.m., bitch. What you mean go get it? She like, oh, yeah, you left your homework. Go get it. Nigga, what? Man, come on, dog. This shit is crazy, bro. Come on. Go get it. Man. Just wild shit, bro. Wild shit, man. But yeah, I don't want to keep y'all too long, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. And as far as me, I'm gonna be okay. My mom had a couple of life insurance policies. We going through the bullshit of trying to get the. She actually had 3 at one point. I think one of them lapsed, but we're going through the process of trying to get the money she's owed. She's owed at least $20,000. I think maybe more than that. I don't fucking know. I don't give a fuck about the money. Fuck that money. I'd rather have my mom here. Definitely. Fuck a $20,000. I mean, it might help though, paying the rent and shit like that until we figure out what we gonna do. I really want to get a house with my other 2 sisters, and we might do that because one of my sisters, I don't live with none of my sisters. I think a lot of y'all don't realize that. One of my sisters got a house. Well, I got 4 sisters. One of my sisters got a house. One of my sisters got a whole ass family and a house, and my other sister actually lives in the same apartment complex as me, but she don't live in the same apartment. So I'm thinking we might try to get a house, a joint house. And my mom wanted us to get a house. She kept saying, son, you know, we should get me, you, Tracy, and Erica should get another family house and shit. But we had a family house for 20 years. And I was so hurt when we lost that house, bro. I was so fucking hurt, bro. And you know what? My mama did that house like she did her health. And I say that respectfully. When the house got one issue, she didn't take care of it always in the most timely fashion, and it'll compile, another issue will come up, and to the point we had to sell the fucking house. The plumbing had got so ruined at that house, it was irreparable, bro. And my mom kind of did that with her health too, which I hate that about my mom. I wish she would have took her health more seriously. I don't think we would be in this situation right now, but I can't cry over spilt milk. But and I remember when we was moving out. And I got into it with my mom a little bit when we was moving out that house because she wanted me to take my bed. And I'm like, Ma, the bed is dirty. At this point, my old house, bro, it was fucked up. We had roaches and shit. I'm like, Ma, I'm not taking that bed into no new apartment. We got roaches right now. Dirty as hell. I'm not taking this fucking bed. I'll sleep on the floor until I get a new bed. I'm not tripping about it. I remember we had it out about that. I ended up getting into it with my brother-in-law behind that shit. I was flashing out at everybody that day because I really did not want to move, no matter how fucking horrible house that I did not want to move. I did not want to move. And I remember my homie G came over to help me move and shit. And I just burst out, start crying. I'm hugging him and shit. I'm like, bro, I don't want to move, bro. I don't want to move, bro. And my mom, even though she finally let me not take the bed, and I told her, I said, I don't want you to buy me no bed. I just save up my money or whatever the fuck. Like 2-3 days after that, she went and bought me a whole new bed, bro. Whole new bed, the fucking $1,000 bed. My mom went out and bought it. This is the type of person my mom is, y'all. I never be. That's how I don't know. I feel like I'm a selfish person. I don't know how the fuck I got this straight. My mom would do anything. Any fucking thing, bro. It's crazy. Like, how the fuck did I get so selfish? Cause like my little sister act more like my mom than probably I do. I think my mom was a jokester. My mom and my dad was jokesters, right? So I think that's where I got my comedic shit from. But yeah, man. And I be cool, bro. I be cool until I see a picture of my mom, bro. I be cool. When I see pictures of my mom, it just make me break down. Like this picture that I'm showing y'all right now, my first time seeing this picture is today. You know, like when a rapper die and then it's like mad fire music come out from the nigga, you just not find out mad fire. Like how my mom release her favorite picture after she gone? I ain't never seen this fucking picture. It's like my favorite picture of my mom, bro. Where the fuck this picture come from, bro? A coworker sent it, man. A coworker said, I never seen this picture until today. It's one of my favorite pictures. And she at work. Her favorite fucking place to be. Oh, goddamn. I think my sister put some shit on Facebook about my mom. I want to show y'all real quick, and I probably get up out of here, bro. I don't want to trauma dump, but I feel like I do feel a little bit better when I talk about this shit. Just a little bit. Not all the way. Oh, what happened? I had my sister Facebook pulled up. Let me see. Can I pull my sister Facebook up? I was gonna share some of my sister Facebook post about my mom, and then I was gonna get out of here, y'all. Hopefully, don't nothing too crazy pop up. Y'all know I'm a degenerate and shit like that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Y'all know I'm a degenerate, man. If anything crazy pop up, man, charge it to my head, not to my heart, dog. Y'all know I ain't got no common sense. Today not about me, though. Do I do window capture? Would that work? Why is it not working? Oh, what? I don't know how to make this work, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Does it work now? Okay, this is my sister Facebook page, man. Fuck it. Here you see her. That's my sister Erica. There go with one of her favorite R&B groups she met. There she go with JC. What's his name? JC Chevay or whatever the fuck. From NSYNC. She just met him like last week. She said, I was going to respond to all the condolences individually, but there is such an outpouring of love. I appreciate every one of you. If you know her from Evans Elementary, Kroger, Cash Saver, Super Low, you know Miss Gwen, aka one of the most genuine, honest people to walk this earth. She won't be having a funeral, but I'll post the visitation information for anybody who would like to attend. Yeah, my mom didn't want a funeral, apparently. She wants to be cremated. We do want to still have a viewing of the body. My mom is gone. Fuck me, man. I can't read this shit, bro. Y'all can see this shit, bro. Oh my god. I think she had posted a video I wanted y'all to see. Like, this is the type of shit my mom used to do, bro. Like on some funny shit, man. Oh my.
Will you be my love?
Oh my god, bro. What the fuck?
And you can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold.
Oh shit.
I never made promises lightly.
Why she put this sad ass on with this bullshit, man?
There have been some that I've broken, but I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold.
So, this the funny shit about my mom too, bro. My mom was like little old frail lady, right? Hold on, let me say this before I get out of here, bro. That shit made me sad. All right, look. Funny shit about my mom too, right? My mom is like a little old frail lady. She be walking slow and shit. But she'll just randomly get up and start like dancing and shit. I'm like, Ma, what the fuck? Like, I remember one time we was on the cruise. She got up, she started doing toe touches and shit. I'm like, Ma, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? She'll just get up, start doing these wild ass dance. Like, Ma, what the hell is going on? How's you even doing all this right now? Like, what? So that's the type of shit my mom was on, man. She was a jokester like me. You know what I mean? I'm always remember for the positive shit. I ain't got no negative shit to remember my mama. Any negative thoughts I might have about my mama is because I probably did something negative. I got another story about my mom, right? I remember I was hanging out with my homies and shit, and I had got into it with these little chicks at the apartment complex they lived at. I got into it with them. And my homie Big B, y'all know I told y'all about Big B, he passed away too around, I think what was it, 2022, I think. But anyway, I had got into it with these chicks and they were like, oh yeah, we gonna come back up here, whoop-de-whoop, we gonna, you know what I mean? We gonna do this, we gonna do that. And Big B said, hey, Big John, bro, like you got into it with him, you gotta stick around in case something happen. You gotta stick around and deal whatever, you know. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, I will stick around. So I go to sleep over there that night, just in case some shit pop off. I wake up in the morning, right? I wake up in the morning, go outside my car. Or I think my homie was like, hey, Big John, bro, somebody left a note on your car, bro. I go look at the note, it say, son, please come home. Signed your mother or whatever the fuck. So my mom, I don't even realize I don't know how the fuck she found where I was at. She drove around this whole ass apartment complex until she found my car and left a fucking please come home note on it. Like, this is the type of person we talking about, bro. She did not deserve this shit, bro. She did not deserve this shit, bro. I didn't deserve her as a mother. I didn't. I'm not a good enough person to have a mom like this. And I never expressed this while she was living. Because I always felt if you express too much gratitude, they'll leave you, bro. I do feel like that. I do feel like that. And that's a fucked up way to feel. I feel like when you start showing people you love them and telling them you love them and all that all the time, they gonna fucking leave you, bro. You know? But I did share with my mom. My mom knew I loved her and shit. I told her I loved her and shit. I just didn't do it often because I just felt weird about it. She'd be like, I love you, son. Do you love me? I'm like, Ma, come on. You asking crazy questions. You can't be asking me no stuff like that. You know the answer already. Stop playing with me. Like, stop. But I never just wanted to be like, y'all know, I told y'all in the other video, I don't like telling people I love them. But, yeah, man. Gone but never forgotten, man. Gone but never forgotten. But yeah, we're gonna have a visitation for my mom. You know, and then she gonna get cremated, bro. Hopefully we can, when that get all settled, I can worry about the bills and shit like that. I do want to go back. I already know how to drive. Like I said, I've had a driver's license. I've had 2 cars in the past. I haven't driven in a very long time, so I am gonna have to go. I might just go and pay for the driving lessons and shit just so I can brush up. I just want to feel comfortable, you know what I mean? I think I could probably get out there right now and start fucking driving, to be honest, but I don't really want to do that. I'm gonna wait, but I do still need to. And I want to take some of the stress off my little sister, man, because my little sister is really like holding it down right now. She really the only one, like my little sister and one of my older sisters, they the only ones driving right now doing shit. Like I said, I know how to drive, so I can start doing that, and my other sister don't drive at all. But she said she might actually want to learn how to drive. My older sister in her 40s, she's never driven before. Never felt the need. We always had mama, you know what I mean? I guess she never feel the need to learn how to drive. But she want to learn how to drive now too and shit, so we might do that. I just want to, I want to become a little bit more self-sufficient so I don't have to, depend on people. Like, I got my own money and shit. Like, and another reason people always ask me, like, Jack, but why you saving up your money? I always just had a fear something like this was going to happen. So that's really why I save up my money like I do. Even though I buy frivolous shit from time to time, I always want to have like a little bit of money saved up just in case something crazy happened. Like I said, I've always been in fear something bad was going to happen to my mom. And my fears came true, sadly, right? Hindsight will hustle said, praying for you and your family losing a parent isn't easy, man. Just remember all the good memories that you and her had. Keep your head up. Appreciate you, Hans. Oh, yeah, I left out. Close family friends did come over today. That made me feel better. Old stories and shit, reminiscing. 2 of my sister's friends came over here today to talk to her, so that was cool. My homie G. Y'all know G, I talk about G. He wanted to come over here. I told him don't worry about it. I also didn't know all these people was pulling up. I would have told him to come if I knew other people was pulling up. But shout out to G. G actually went to see my mom in the hospital that Saturday. That Saturday before all that fucked up news, he went that Saturday. She was asleep the whole time, but he was there for over an hour with my mom, just sitting there waiting for her to wake up. She didn't wake up that Saturday. He was sitting there with her though. So I love G forever for that. G like a brother to me though, bro. G fucking was living with us at one point. And my mom didn't always know all my friends like that. So the fact that she even let G live with us, it was kind of crazy. And she wasn't really with it at first. She was like, son, what the heck? Like, you got motherfuckers, like, you got random people living here and shit. But like, my mom grew to love G, you know what I mean? She started calling him son, you know what I mean? G called my mama, you know what I mean? Like I say, he lived with us 4 to 5 days out the week sometimes. He'll come over there on Thursday and not leave a fucking like Tuesday. Like the nigga was like literally living with us at one point. So G and my mom had a real close relationship. You know what I mean? So shout out to G. The video game her shout out to Nia. Say sending my condolences, Jack. I know this is hard. Grieving is healthy. I feel like this is gonna make me feel better. So that's why I'm doing this. This is the only reason I'm doing this. And I wanted to share certain stories because I feel like it's going to be a point where I have to return to streaming, and I don't want to be streaming fucking Mouse PI for hire and I just fucking burst out in tears and go on a fucking hour and a half rant about shit that I had to go through the past few days. You know what I mean? That's just weird, bro. Benji said, RP my condolences, Jack. She's with the angels. Absolutely, bro. Thing about me, when I die, I ain't going where my mom at. I'm going to tell you that right now. We not going to be in the same place. Oh, I want to show y'all another picture, man. Can I show y'all another picture real quick? Fuck. I want to show y'all another picture before I get out of here. It's in my closet, but I know I put it on Facebook. I was going to make it my, what the fuck you called it? I was going to make it my banner. Let me see if I can find this picture real quick, chat. This is a special picture to me. I don't even know where I found this picture at originally, but I do have it on my person. I keep it in my closet. I might try to take it to Walgreens or wherever the fuck they make like photocopies and try to get it reproduced or whatnot. I think they still do shit like that. Where the fuck? I gotta find it. I uploaded so many Jiggy merch photos on my I'm gonna find it though, chat. I am feeling better now. I just feel like, and I tell my sister, and I got into it with my older sister about this. I say, yo, every time something happens, I'm not talking about this, I gotta leave. I say, yo, stop doing that shit. Everybody that I talk to that and dealt with shit like this, they always say they regret not grieving or get that shit out. If you don't get it out, you know, you're a ticket time bomb at that point, right? And I do agree with that. I feel better talking about this shit. And it's kind of hard talking with my family about this shit because they got their own memories, right? They got their own grieving they doing. So, you know, it just feel a little different. I feel like y'all not as connected to the situation, so maybe y'all will hear me a little bit better. I mean, they listening to me, but it's like, I don't know. Where the fuck is this picture at? I'm getting close to it because I remember where I seen it at. I'm getting close. There you go, right there. Boom. Oh no, it's some Facebook After Dark pictures on this motherfucker. Okay. Check this out, chat. Where we at? Image. Oh, I could do an image. Let's just do window capture again. Fuck it. Fuck. Chat. Jack move lore. Jack move lore. This is a picture of my mom and my dad, bro. Look at this shit. I don't know what year this is from, but that's my mom and my dad, bro. And my dad, like I told y'all, he passed away when I was 6 years old. But after all these years, they finally back together, man. Ain't that cool? I can find solace in that. My mom and my pops finally back together again, chat. They was too good for this world anyway. I'ma tell y'all too, this is really gonna fuck y'all up, right? Y'all know how I just talked about my mom, right? How I talked about my mom, my dad. This finna fuck y'all up. Nigga, my mom was the mean parent. My mama is the mean parent. That's what I'm telling. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. My mama the mean one, nigga. Imagine, nigga, my daddy was amazing. What the fuck? You know, my dad only hit me one time in my entire life that I remember, right? And you know why he hit me? Because I was screaming in his goddamn ear and I threw my toy out the window. I remember this shit. I threw my goddamn toy gun out the window and then I thought they was doing some illegal shit on the street and I kept screaming in his goddamn ear and he popped me on my hand. That's the only time my daddy ever hit me in all my 6 years of knowing him, all right? This is what I'm telling y'all, bro. These are the type parents I had, bro. Like, bro, they was too good for this world, bro. They was too good, bro. But they back together. I can't never be mad at that. I can't never be mad at that. For sure, for sure. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better, chat. Thank y'all. Goddamn. Let me see. What else we got going on? Shit. Jay from the 6 say straight strong, Jack, keep living for her. I'm trying, bro. I ain't gonna lie, chat. See, this is another thing. See, I don't want to get dark as shit. I would be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about I was thinking about taking that good old trip, goddamn me. I was thinking about what they call a self-checkout. It's ran through my head. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I said, you know what? This would be a good time. I had a good 37 years. I don't know if I'm seeing 38. I've had that thought numerous times. But you know what? I Googled on average how many people commit suicide after their parents die. And the numbers weren't satisfactory enough to my liking. I said, you know what? Most people just deal with the shit. So maybe I should just deal with the shit. When I saw them numbers, I said, you know what? This ain't the appropriate path to take, Jack Boo. Most people don't fucking kill themselves after their parents die, okay? Most people know how to adjust to the shit. They accept this shit, right? And then I was like, you know, my sisters, that wouldn't be fair to my sisters and shit. They still need me, even though they act like they don't. They been getting on my goddamn nerves, by the way. That's another thing. My sister's been getting on my goddamn, and I love them to death. But this is the new normal. We're going to have to see a lot more of each other. I was used to just seeing my sisters on the goddamn weekend. Now I got to see these motherfuckers every day. Well, no, that ain't true. It was points of times where I was seeing my sisters every day and shit. Cause they work from home. So it was one point where they were working from home from here. You know what I mean? They'll be here every day. That's when I really stopped streaming because I was hanging out with them all day. By the time they get off work, I'm tired. I've been sitting up there with them all day. I come back here, I'm tired. I don't even want to fucking stream no more because I've been sitting up fucking hucking and bucking with them motherfuckers. Speaking of the devil, I hear him up front. Roy Boy said Mama Jack move will live on forever. That's for damn sure. The stupid console gamer said, stay strong, Jack. Thank you, brother. Delayed Saint said, losing my pops is one of the gut-wrenching feelings I still deal with. I understand how you're feeling and don't wish to lose a parent. Stay strong, brother. Your mom is watching over you. That's a fact. Somebody crying up front right now. Oh, my God. I'm about to end the stream, man. Somebody up front crying right now. I don't even know if y'all can hear that. Somebody going through it, chat. But yeah, man, shout out to Mama Jack Move, man. You will not be forgotten. I kind of want to get a tattoo of my mom. I don't know if I got a good enough picture. And then with portraits of people, not everybody knows how to do that accurately, but I would love to get a tattoo of my mom, bro. Like just her face and shit smiling. I think that would be great. I would love to do that. I don't know if I'm able to do that. But yeah, I think it's time to get up out of here, chat. I didn't trauma dumped enough. I just wanted to share this with y'all, man. I feel a little bit better, not all the way better. But yeah, bro. Shout out to Ballin' Harder. It say, just send the healing energy your way. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, brother. I don't know if I missed any donations or well wishes. I did not mean to. If I did, just DM me and let me know and I'll read it whenever the next time I stream. Also, more than likely, I am going to have to return back to content sooner than I would like to. And that's just simply because this is how I make revenue, right? And I have to make revenue. Nobody's going to pay these bills for me. You understand? So I got to do something, bro. And I think streaming will make me feel a little bit better, but let me get my mom situated first, bro. Let me pay my final respects to my mom, bro. And I'm going to be back on the content creation shit. Hopefully I don't rush back. I might not be the exact same when I first get back. Cracking jokes and all that might not feel normal. Being on podcasts is not going to feel normal. But we going to figure it out, man. We going to figure it out. But anyway, shout out to Mama Jack Move. Love you forever. Shout out to my pops. Shout out to anybody that I lost in the past. Shout out to anybody. Oh, let me say this too. The amount of people that have hit me up recently sharing their stories about people they've lost or situations they've gone through. Condolences to all y'all as well, man. You know, I'm not special when it comes to shit like this. Sadly, everybody's dealing with some shit. You know what I mean? I'm not unique. And it's kind of crazy the amount of people that's dealing with the exact same thing and you just never know, right? So a lot of y'all been dealing with shit, you know, people, I just lost my pops 10 days ago, last week, like shit like that. So it's like, damn, bro. So motherfuckers really be going through it. I can't say it make me feel better because it's like, damn, okay, yeah, they family dying too. Like, what the fuck? That don't make me feel better. I don't want nobody to fucking, you know what I mean? Bro, I've been going through, bro. I didn't already start seeing people that remind me of my mom out and about, bro. That shit make me sad and shit. I was at the post office and this old lady, she was in there like, I need help with my computer. I don't know how to disable the mouse and use this new mouse I bought. I'm like, this shit remind me of my fucking mama, bro. Like this lady is like my mama reincarnated, bro. That shit had me fucked up. I get resentful when I see people with their parents out and shit. Like, that's supposed to be me. What the fuck? And there's no doubt in my mind, if my mom wouldn't have got cancer, bro, there's no doubt in my mom would have lived to be 100 years old. And she still would have been working. Oh, I know one more thing I meant to say. My grandma, her mom is still alive. My grandma's in her 90s. And my grandma don't leave the house no more. She's actually in fine. Not, I ain't gonna say fine if she in her fucking 90s, but she can still walk. She can still talk. She still has all her, she ain't got Alzheimer's or dementia or no shit like that. She kind of hard of hearing, but she can still do, But she don't leave the house no more. We weren't gonna tell her about my mom because we didn't want to put the stress on her. But since we knew my mom was gonna pass away, we told my grandma, and she was able to FaceTime her one last time, and I saw them have a conversation. And she said, I know you're going to beat this. You always do. You strong. You going to beat this. I love you. Right. So I did get to see my mom and my grandma interact one last time. God damn it, man. Why even think about this shit? I'm trying to just remember because I do not want to talk about this shit in this detail ever again. Not to this detail. I'm just trying to remember everything I can before I end the stream. Because I forgot shit last time and I didn't want to go back live. And it's just weird, bro. I'm not trying to create content out. This is not content for me, right? This is therapy for me. I'm going to put it like that. If y'all don't notice, man, and people always saying Jack Moo don't do nothing but rant and complain on his streams. This is therapy for me. I need somebody. I don't have real life friends like that no more. All my real life friends are either dead, in jail, or they got their own lives. They got careers. They got wife. They got kids. They can't be around Jack Moo like they used to be around Jack Moo. So when I come to the internet and talk to y'all, this is therapy for me. Whether it be about some stupid video game shit, some sports bullshit. This is me venting because I just keep everything ball. Who the fuck gives a, I can't go to even though I still do it, I can't go to my son, bro. You see what John Morant did, bro? They don't give a fuck about that bush. They pretend to care because I care. That's why I'm always ranting to y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all the only motherfuckers that semi-care. Y'all don't even give a fuck for real, but y'all pretend to. Thank you, goddamn. So that's why I come to y'all with my problems, no matter how small or stupid they may be. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is therapy for me, man. This is therapy for me. I don't have nobody else in real life to talk to. Sadly. I say that sadly. But I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'm just going to burst. Okay, when I come back to streaming, some days I might just burst out in fucking tears on stream, my nigga. You're going to have to deal with it. It ain't because the game hard. I might start crying because the game ass, but I might start just fucking bursting out in fucking tears, my nigga. If I start thinking about my mom while I'm streaming, nigga, I'm gonna start crying. I'm sorry. It's just life. I done cried for dumber shit on stream. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm not gonna feel no type of embarrassment, okay? Respectfully. Shout out to Lee Green, man. What the damn Lee Green to pull the wallet out, man. Let me get up out of here, bro. I know something going on. Shit. I might be dying the way Lee Green donate. I ain't never seen Lee Green donate before. They might start playing that goddamn saxophone on Boys in the Hood, goddammit. Oh, hold on. My boy Blaze sent a very generous donation. Can't imagine what you're going through. RRP, love you, bro. Blaze, brother, you know I love you, bro. I've been keeping Blaze up to date. I've been texting him shit that's going on. Shout out to Roxas. Who else? Is that everybody, bro? I'm not trying to keep y'all. My Mr. 410 Jack Move, I know how you feel. Lost my mom 10 years ago. And I know it hurts. Condolences. Thank you, brother. My condolences to you as well. I just feel like I'm leaving donations out. This shit is not right. J-Rod, say sorry for your loss, Jack. God rest her soul. May she be in a better place. Watch it over. You and your family stay strong during this difficult. Thank you, brother. Chat, I promise I'm not trying to, see, I didn't see this one. Crystal Sunston. I don't know how to pronounce your name, fam. I apologize. It say, damn, Jack, as the only child I can only imagine losing my mother, I know money is the least of your worries right now. But you have brought many years of joy to a lot of us in the crumb side. But I want you to know, appreciate my brother. Keep your head up. I love you too, dog. See, hold on. Let me just pull up the donation one more time, chat, before I get out of here, because a lot of these are not coming through on my end. I'm using Streamlabs to read these shits, but a lot of them are not showing up, chat. And the last thing I want to do for somebody to send a donation and I don't read it, because it's not my intention. I'm not trying to hold y'all neither. Oh, let me see. Von Red said, peace and love to your family. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that message you sent me as well, brother. Big Cloud say, love to you, bro. She raised an awesome dude. You're always had a heart of gold and were someone to talk to about anything. Thank you, Bit. Noel says 5,000 bits. Take your time, no rush. Thank you, brother. I think that's it. My sister and her going through it. I'm gonna try to see what's going on with her. If I missed your donation, just DM me, tweet me. Jamu, you missed my donation. I'll read it out the next time I go live. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. Hashtag salute Mama Jack Move, man. We out.